Yes, guys, we are back with Championship predictions. We are back to predict the second tier of English football, and we have a midweek special coming up. So make sure to get your predictions down in the comments and play along with us because the games are coming at us tomorrow. I'm joined as always by the brilliant Sophie. Set us a like target.
For the midweek ones, let's go 2,000 likes.
Yes, let's do it. Come on, it takes 2 seconds. Make sure you have hit the like button. The Championship support is absolutely fantastic on this channel. It's what the channel was built on. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Let's talk about our scores from last time, Sophie, where I won. I've closed the gap a little bit. Still quite a lot of catching up to do. I must admit, my favourite bit was when I said Sheffield United would win 1-0, and they did. And you laughed at me, Sophie.
Yeah, I did.
1-0 to Sheffield United.
Oh, you don't learn. Yeah, well, I mean, you were so far behind, and I thought you keep sticking with them. They keep letting you down, and I thought they're going to do it again. But no, credit to you. They got it. Well, you got it. Bang on.
I did. Let's get into the predictions for this time, Sophie, and we start with Sheffield United going away to Blackburn Rovers. It's a big game down at the bottom. Both could do with something. We saw Blackburn Rovers in the flesh against Coventry, and they played quite well and were unlucky not to get something. I suppose that's a confidence thing. I thought they played well, but when things aren't going your way, things aren't going your way, and it was kind of harsh on them to lose 2-0. For Sheffield United, though, a really good win. Their first home win of the season. They beat Watford with a Callum O'Hare goal. He's been quite good recently, I must say. And maybe Chris Wilder is starting to turn it around. They've come off the bottom of the table. Now, I did back Sheffield United to win last week, and it came in. But I'm going to back Blackburn. I'm going to go 1-0 to Blackburn. I think Sheffield United will start to recover, but maybe they're going to stall a few times before they really get going. And I think if Blackburn play against Sheffield United the way they did against Coventry, they will get something.
Yeah, what I will say is Blackburn were probably the best team that we've faced at the CBS so far this season. They were quite unlucky to not get anything. They were very, very good first half. They nullified us, but they ended up walking away with nothing. So I think it could be a little bit of a similar tale against Sheffield United, actually, and I'm going to be the ones to back them this week. 2-1 to the Blades.
Oh,
yeah, I think they might get their good run kind of going from now, actually. So
it's interesting, going in opposite directions. I must say, though, Hamer is out for Sheffield United. That's a big blow.
That's a big miss. We don't know how long he's out for, but I think it's a knee injury, isn't it? So it could be a little while.
Share your thoughts, guys. Let's go, Sophie, to Pride Park as Derby County take on Norwich City. Another big game down at the bottom. Both teams lost at the weekend 1-0. Derby went away to Oxford and it wasn't a very good performance from them. Norwich lost at home again, this time to Bristol City in the Liam Manning derby. Norwich, to be fair, have been better away from home. They need to get something here, or I think Manning is in serious trouble. That said, there is already a little bit of pressure on John Eustace. I like him, but they've got to start getting results, Derby, and I think they might.
What, win?
Well, what do you think?
Draw, probably, because I think it's two teams low on confidence, both underperforming in my opinion, and I think it ends a draw, 1-1.
2-1 Derby.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't doubt me. I won last time. I'm not as bad as you think.
Well, yeah, but you're still 25 points behind though, so pretty bad.
Yeah, I guess. Look, Derby haven't been great yet, but I think they're more likely to turn it around before Norwich, I think.
Do you think then Manning will get sacked after that?
Yeah, I'm putting it down to the managers.
Yeah.
I think Derby will give John Eustace some time to turn this around. I'm not sure about Norwich and Liam Manning, I must say. Next up, Sophie, let's go to Hull City versus Leicester City. This should be tasty, shouldn't it?
Yeah, I mean, Leicester have been drawing a lot, but Hull have actually been pretty good.
Yeah.
They've been scoring a lot as well.
So it's the Tigers versus the Foxes, and I'm going to go for a draw. I'm going to go 1-1. I think these two might cancel each other out. I think Leicester City on paper are the favourites, but as I've said before, Hull City are really good at home. And they've actually gone and got their first away win. So they'll come into this with a bit of momentum. I thought the limbs for the Hull fans at St Andrews was brilliant, by the way. And Leicester City are still stuttering, aren't they?
Yeah.
Only a draw against Portsmouth last time. I will say, what a goal by Ramsey. I don't know how he managed to get that in. Like the way he was running away from the ball and he's sort of... I don't know how he did that.
Yeah.
But Hull City, looking all right. I'll give them a draw, 1-1.
I'll give them the win, which I was tempted to say 1-1 as well because Leicester have been very draw heavy. But do you know what? I'll give it to Hull. Birmingham hadn't been beaten at home for God knows how long before. So That was a great away win, and I think they might back it up with a home win here. 2-1 to the Tigers.
Wow. Imagine
that'd be
that.
massive, yeah.
Hull City to make the playoffs.
Who knows?
This championship season is
It's
wide
weird.
open.
Yeah, it's weird.
But Leicester City really can't afford to slip up. They've got to try and keep on the heels of Middlesbrough and Coventry. Next up, Sophie, we go to Ipswich Town versus Charlton. Ipswich definitely need a win. Of course, they're coming back from a 2-1 defeat to Middlesbrough on Friday night, which was a bit of a bonkers game, I must say, especially towards the end of the first half. Charlton, Sophie, 2-1 winners over Sheffield Wednesday, as I predicted. This is interesting, isn't it? On paper, Ipswich should win.
Should win. Yeah, if you look at the squad quality, you go, nah, Ipswich, but it's not down to that at all.
No, look, Ipswich have the home advantage and they have by far better players. That's a statement of facts. Look at the wages and the worth of these players. But Charlton have a good togetherness, and maybe they have a bit more of a togetherness than Ipswich do at the minute. Prediction?
See, I'd say it's like two pretty decent managers going at it, and I know people would say, but Charlton's squad's not as good as Ipswich's, but it's a good team. Two good teams going at it. So, cancel each other out 1-1, which I think is a great result for Charlton on the road.
It definitely is, yeah. And I tell you what, I wouldn't rule them out of winning it.
No, I know. I could see them winning it as well.
But I'm going to be predictable and go with the squad quality of Ipswich.
Right.
1-0. I don't think it'll be easy. I think Charlton can definitely come and frustrate. But I do think Ipswich inevitably are going to turn things around, and they have still been pretty good at Portman Road.
They have.
So I'll back them, but I'm still not filled with lots of confidence from Ipswich so far. Share your thoughts. Next up, Sophie, we go to Millwall versus Stoke City. Sophie, these two picked up a great win at the weekend. Millwall beat QPR 2-1. They're very good on the road, aren't they?
They are, actually, yeah.
We should have backed them. Stoke City, Sophie, they beat Wrexham, and you did back them. They're doing very well with Mark Robins at the wheel. I tell you what, Mark Robins, Alex Neil, two very streetwise managers at this level.
Very, very experienced at this level, aren't they?
I honestly wouldn't be surprised if either team wins this. But I wonder if you stick a draw on the fact that both teams won last weekend, that's a decent return.
I think it'll be a draw.
0-0.
Okay, 1-1 then. I was actually feeling a 0-0. I think they might cancel each other out because I think it's two solid teams going at it again.
And once again, a 0-0 doesn't mean I think these two are bad. I think these two are solid.
And then just cancelling each other out because, they're quite even at the moment. I think it was a great result at the weekend, and I think both teams were pretty full of confidence and genuinely could see it going either way, and that's why I'm going down the middle.
Okay, there you go. We're both going for a draw, but once again, wouldn't be surprised if that goes either way. Sophie, let's go to Fratton Park. Portsmouth, it's their turn to take on Brazil. I tell you what, Sophie, we obviously said in the match vlog on Saturday that Coventry City weren't at our best against Blackburn, but we still won, and we're still scoring goals, and we're still keeping clean sheets, 5 in a row. I think this is the ultimate test, though, because Portsmouth away is tricky for everyone. And Portsmouth have picked up some really good results this season. They beat Middlesbrough. They brought to an end their unbeaten start. They also were the first team to beat Stoke, I think. They've just taken a draw off Leicester. They've taken a draw off West Brom. They've been very, very good. And obviously, as Coventry fans, we have nightmares thinking about this game last season when Portsmouth beat us 4-1.
Real.
I think I would be happy with a draw.
I'd take a draw.
Yeah. I don't think that's too negative. I know Coventry will come here as favourites, but sometimes a draw is not a bad result. You're up first. What are you saying?
So I am going to back the draw. I know we've had 5 clean sheets on the bounce, but I don't see us getting a clean sheet here. I do actually see Pompey getting a goal, so I'm going to say 1-1. And I wouldn't be too downbeaten about that, if we were to get a draw there. They're a very, very tough side to play at Fratton Park. So if we can get a draw, keeps the unbeaten run going in the league, and I think that's some really good form. But obviously we'd like the win. I think a few people go, no, look at how we've been winning, keeping clean sheets, but don't underestimate Portsmouth. I'm not.
No, I really do think this could be Coventry's first defeat, but am I going to bring myself to back Coventry to lose? I can't.
Can't do it.
I'm tempted to back Coventry to win just because I've got so much belief and excitement inside me for Coventry City right now, but I won't underestimate Portsmouth. 2-2.
Okay,
I'll go for a Desmond. I think it could be a good game. Share your thoughts down below. I'm kind of looking forward to it, kind of nervous. Do join us.
I'm really nervous for this one, I won't lie.
Yeah, do join us for the live stream on Tuesday. Next up, Sophie, we go to Deepdale as Preston North End, Sophie, take on Birmingham City. Preston, Sophie, they lost to West Brom at the weekend 2-1. They'll be looking to go straight back to winning ways. They've been very good at Deepdale.
Yep.
Birmingham City, Sophie...
Not great.
Not great whatsoever. There's definitely pressure there on Chris Davies. It kind of feels a bit surreal that some people had Birmingham to go up in the top 2 this season. They're 17th.
And they've got Charlton outperforming them, which no one was predicting.
No, I tell you what, Birmingham City, it's not looking good, is it? And I tell you what, Robinson, what the heck is he doing?
Oh, he's awful, isn't he? But the Sheffield United fans said that.
Yeah.
They said, he's an awful centre-back.
He genuinely is so bad. He's almost as bad as me at predictions.
Nearly as bad, yeah.
But I won last week. He didn't. He didn't.
Yeah, true.
Right, I can't back Birmingham at the minute. I know we've got a lot of Birmingham fans that watch the channel and I still think the squad is quite good, but Chris Davies isn't getting the most out of them. I think Preston might win 1-0.
2-0 Preston. Birmingham were almost relying on their home form and thinking, okay, well, we can get the points at home. And then they lost to Hull, which I was a little bit surprised by. So now they're coming away to Preston. It's a very, very difficult place to go. So do I fancy them to get anything? No. I mean, it is the Championship. You can get a surprise result, but for me, Preston 2-0.
Preston 2-0. Yeah, and it's still a very good start for Preston. I know they've lost to West Brom, but in particular, the home form could take them quite far.
Yeah.
Share your thoughts down below. Next up, Sophie, Bristol City take on Southampton. Quite a big game, this one, really, because it feels like the pressure is definitely cranking up on Will Still at Southampton. You've got to win soon. And I know they played the better stuff in the game against Swansea at the weekend, but if you're not winning, you're not moving forwards. Bristol City did win. They won away at Norwich 1-0.
Yeah.
Still feels like Bristol City are not quite hitting those heights they did at the very start of the season. I sense they could take advantage of Southampton, though, who are not doing very well. So what's your prediction?
Am I going first? 2-1 Bristol City. I actually fancy them to do it. I think confidence will be a lot higher in them rather than Southampton, because Southampton, although they've been playing some nice football, as you said, they've not been getting the 3 points and they're not scoring enough for me, not taking their chances. And Bristol City, I think, will in this game. So 2-1.
3-0 Bristol City.
3-0?
Yeah.
Wow.
I think Southampton are going to have a really hard reset soon. And I'm just going to go for a big bold one in here. Bristol City, when they're on it, they can really roll teams over.
Yeah, I agree with that.
And as well, I'm a bit annoyed with Southampton. I backed them to win the league, Sophie.
Oh, yeah. Well, I think I had them second, to be fair. So
look at where they are in the table. Honestly, though, I think Southampton are going to have to swallow a few more hard results before things turn around. I'm going for a big one here. 3-0 to the Robins.
I like that.
Next up, Sophie, let's go to Swansea versus QPR. Very much a mid-table matchup. QPR had been in great form, but they came up against Millwall last time and came unstuck. Swansea, they'll be happy with the 0-0 at Southampton. They dug in and they got a point. As for my prediction, I'm tempted to go for the draw.
I'm tempted as well.
It's screaming draw at me.
Yeah, it is.
But 1-0 Swansea.
Oh, I like that. We don't often back the Swans. Okay, I am going to be the boring one. I'm going to say 1-1. I think it could be quite a tight game, actually. I'm struggling to separate the two, so that's why I'm going to go down the middle and say 1-1.
Yeah, it does feel like it should be a close one. I just wonder if QPR are now switching from good form to bad form, which is something they always tend to do.
They do that sometimes, yeah.
And yeah, I'll reward Swansea after last week. It was a good point at Southampton. Next up, Soph, Watford versus West Bromwich Albion. Not the best start for Grazia at Watford, obviously losing 1-0 to Sheffield United. Their next few fixtures are very difficult, Sophie. I think they've got West Brom, Middlesbrough, Coventry and Ipswich.
Tricky.
They're going to want something here, but I fancy West Brom. What about you?
I do, actually. I think I backed West Brom to get a draw against Preston, and I said Preston turn it on against the good teams, and West Brom are a good team, and they still managed to win that one. I
backed them.
Well, fair play. That's why you beat me last week. I know they're away from home, but I still have the confidence in them to do it. So 2-1 West Brom.
Damn it, that's a scribble.
You're going to go 1-0.
I'll go 1-1.
Oh.
I'll go 1-1.
Okay.
Oh, well, I was going to go for West Brom, but Maybe a draw actually now I think about it. Watford have got to get something. The more I look at these fixtures, the more I think, this could be very bad for Grazia. What if he loses his first 5 in a row? I don't know why,
sacked again.
But I will give them a point. 1-1. Next up, Sophie, let's go to the racecourse. Wrexham take on Oxford United. Wrexham, Sophie, obviously losing 1-0 to Stoke City. It kind of keeps up their stuttering start. They have had a few inspired performances and a few decent draws, but they're struggling for wins. Oxford United, on the other hand, they did get their second win of the season over Derby, and it was a much-deserved win. It was a really good performance from Oxford.
Massive win, massive.
And it gives me confidence that they might get something here. I have been backing Wrexham to win a lot, and they keep letting me down. So I'm going to go 1-1.
I'm actually going 1-0 Oxford. Yeah, genuinely, I think that was a great result. I know they were at home last weekend and they come into Wrexham and obviously they're going to be well up for it. They need something as well because they've not been getting any wins either. So it's really tight. But right now, I'm feeling Oxford. Yeah, 1-0.
Fair play. But that's a bad result for Wrexham.
It is a bad result. And I think a lot of their fans will go, no, we're not going to lose at home to Oxford. But you just don't know.
No, well, Wrexham haven't won at home yet.
They've not won, but I think a lot of people will go for a draw in this one. I think they'll say 0-0 or 1-1, but I'm putting my neck out and saying 1-0 Oxford.
There you go. Share your thoughts down below, guys. Next up, Sophie, the final game is at Hillsborough. Sheffield Wednesday versus Middlesbrough. 24th versus 2nd. And if Coventry don't win at Portsmouth, which we have predicted a draw in, that gives Middlesbrough the opportunity to go to the top of the table with a win. And I think it's got Middlesbrough win written all over it.
Yeah.
Do you know what? Fair play to Sheffield Wednesday for their spirited second half performance at Charlton. Yeah. I thought they'd score. In fact, I said 2-1, and obviously it was 2-1. But at Hillsborough, they really struggle, don't they? They really do. And now they haven't got Horvath.
I was going to say they were without their keeper. I think they're going to have to rely on a kid in goal.
I believe they might be playing an 18-year-old in goal. Against Middlesbrough, Sophie, that's a recipe for disaster, surely.
Yeah, I think it is. I'm actually going to go quite heavy in this one. 4-1. I fancy Sheffield Wednesday to get on the scoreboard, but that's about it. I know they've been showing resilience in a lot of their performances, actually, and I do feel gutted for them sometimes. It just seems like nothing's going their way. And now that they've not got their starting keeper, you think, oh, God, how bad can it get? And I think it's going to get worse. 4-1 Borough.
Yeah, I don't blame you. I'm going to go 3-0 Borough.
Yeah, okay.
I do like that you've gone for the bonus point there. I just think Sheffield Wednesday will probably try and prioritise defending. They've got to try and protect that keeper.
Yeah.
Haven't they?
Which sometimes, you have a keeper come in and you think, oh, people are licking their lips. And they have, the game of their season. They step it up. So you never know. But it's against Middlesbrough and they're in fine form.
Yeah, the Sheffield Wednesday fans really need to rally, don't they? Yeah. I know they've had a really hard time lately, but if you can get to 20 minutes and it's still 0-0, can they make it siege mentality where the fans and the players and the keeper are all pulling in the right direction to get something out of this game? Yeah. Maybe. Share your thoughts down below. That wraps up our predictions, guys. Like I say, share your predictions down below. Please be sure to support us. It takes 2 seconds to drop a like. Go on, I can see you haven't done it. Hit that like button. Make sure as well to hit the subscribe button. It takes 2 seconds and we're very close to 114,000, so get involved. Thank you for joining me, Sophie.
Thank you.
We'll be back with Premier League predictions on Wednesday and Championship predictions again on Thursday. We'll see you there. Take care, everyone. Peace out.